All right, what's up, Fin fans? Um, I just want to do a quick record prediction. I understand that it is a little early. Anything can happen. You can have injuries. You can have additions of better players. Some teams can, whatever it is. So many different things can happen from now until the start of the season. Even when the start of the season happens, we have no clue what's going to happen week by week. So this is just what we can predict as far as what we can do from last year, what we got this year added, how I feel about the team in general, about how they should be able to take care of these teams each week by week from what we know right now. So, without further ado, I just want to jump into this. The reason why I'm doing this right now is I've been watching a lot of guys talk out their derrieres, their back mouth. Just kidding. Basically, people just kind of crapping on Dolphins, crapping on the whole team, not having any kind of hope, no faith, no nothing. We got people from other teams just flat out being ridiculous. We got Jets fans trying to do what they did last year. Oh my God, we're going to Super Bowl, go Super Bowl. Oh my God, we're doing it. Fields is going to bring us everywhere. No, not quite, not yet. Patriots, oh my God, we're the best team ever. Look at us, look at the paper. How'd the Jets do last time when they had a great team on paper? The Patriots have a brand new coach. Yes, of course, he's been in the league for a while, but he hasn't actually coached in a while. When he did coach, he was decent. Vrabel's not that bad, but at the same time, he has not coached in over almost, 2 years? We'll see what happens with that. I think that the team's going to take a little bit to gel. Once it gels, they're going to be a good team to face every time. It's going to be like, oh my God, this is actually not that bad. Patriots actually have a bright future for their team. Jets, they're kind of delusional still. They think that, the world is giving them all the wins. They're going to go 15-2, and they're going to go take the whole division, go to the Super Bowl. Little toy planes, let them dream, I guess. We saw it work with one of the best throwers of the ball ever, and look what happened. They still couldn't win anything last year. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, Justin Fields, wow, now they're going to go kill it. I mean, Justin's still good. He's pretty good, but, arm talent-wise, he's not Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers couldn't get that team to the wins. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to it. First week, we have the Colts. That should be a W. Reason why in my mind is we have no clue who the hell the quarterback is that first week. Richardson has shown that he's really inconsistent. He's not very motivated. He always wants to have some kind of reason of, oh, I can't do this, can't do that. A lot of excuses. He takes himself out of games. He has no drive. You don't ever see that. Like, the dude literally took himself out of the game last year. There's a reason why he's basically on the chopping block soon. I don't think he'll be in the NFL much longer. The way his work ethic, the way he acts is. And he's not developing like we all thought he would. So, does he have the talent? Is he a very talented player? Yes, but he just does not show the consistency, the lack of maturity. He has a lack of maturity. He doesn't show the maturity. He just doesn't want to take it serious. So, I think the first week we'll take a W. We always open up with a W generally most seasons. Second week play the Patriots. Now that is at home. We're going to go ahead and mop the floor with those Patriots. Like I said, nothing personal, really. I mean, of course, I don't like them due to the previous regime and everything. But mainly, I didn't like Bill Belichick. I didn't like Tom Brady at the time. Bill Belichick was just a smirky jerk. And thank God he's gone. And, hopefully the Patriots can come back and make it a good fight. But in the end, we're at home. Second weekend, we're going to be more gelled as a team. They're not. I think we're going to take that W as well. Now, the third week, we go to the Bills. Shocker. I do have us losing this game. We could win it. Who knows? Every time we face the Bills, it's like a 3-point game. The only time it's not, it's, Tua gets concussed, which hopefully, please, let's not have that happen again. The O-line, I think, is going to help him this time. I don't think he's going to take any more risks this time, so should be a good game. I have us losing only because it's at their house. I do think we split this season. I'll get to that in a minute, but I think people have this conception that the Bills are just some crazy great team, and that we suck. But every single time, I mean, you can look at those games. Every single game that Tua has not got concussed, we've came within a score or less. Last year, we went and fought them week like 7 or so. I have to look again. And what happened? We lose because Poyer decided to get a late flag, causing them to get a 15-yard or 10 or 15-yard flag, and then they kick a 65-yard field goal to win. Come on now. That was some crazy, super luck and some stupid play by our defense. But Tua, you guys like to crap on him all the time. Oh, Tua can't do this and Tua can't do that. And Tua's the reason why we lose. Tua had one of the best games ever against the Bills team ever last year. So we don't know if we get that Tua and our defense doesn't crap the bed again this year, maybe we sweep them. You don't know. That's not that much of a gap. People say it is, but it's really not. I personally think that if the O-line does their job, we're going to see our team take new level this year. And I don't think the Bills can even stop us at this point. But we'll see how the O-line gels. Right now, I'm just going to go off of what we know. We know that we go to the Bills. It's hard. That stadium gets crazy. Thank God the schedule makers did help us this year. Instead of having us go there in the frigid cold weather, they decided we're going to go there in the typical like regular 80-degree weather or so for the third week. And then, of course, in the later into the season, they got to come to us, which is great too. That means we don't have to go and, like I said, no snow, no issues. So now we have actually mutual playing ground both times we play them. I'm excited for that. So I got an L there. Fourth week, we have the Jets. I don't remember if that's a home game or away, but either way, it's the Jets. Tua owns them. Did they get any better this year? To be honest with you, did they? Yeah, they got some better O-line players. That's about it. Haven't done anything crazy. I'm not sold on that. We got the quarterback situation kind of, taken care of, but we gotta see what happens. I mean, I think it's gonna take them a while to gel. I don't think that they're gonna have the defense to stop. I mean, they say that the best defenses. Yeah, but they always give up at the worst time. End of the game, I don't rely on them. So, anyways, we're gonna take that W right there. It's already a 3-1 start in the first 4 weeks. Fifth week, play the Panthers. Depends on what version of was it Young we get. Is it going to be the one that beat the Kansas City Chiefs or whatever got close? Is it going to be the crappy team that can't score 10 points? Which one are we going to get? I still think we should take the W there. 4-1 start. As we always do, we get off with a hot start. It's towards the end where it kind of slows down a little bit, but even then, the end is actually kind of favorable. We're getting there. So, Chargers game, this is one that you guys can say, it's 50-50. Really, it kind of is. Chargers have gotten better under the new coaching staff. Herbert's doing what he has to do to get the wins. They have a good running game. They got some really good receivers now for him. Hopefully, that helps him out. I always want to play the best version of every team, and I think the Chargers are an up-and-coming team. As always, we're going to have that feud between Tua and Herbert. Unfortunately, I think that's stupid every single time we see that. Tua has done more than Herbert. Herbert has thrown a lot of yards, blah, blah, blah. But what awards has he really done? Has he won most passing yards in a single season? Other than 1 year? Has he been a top QBR? Tua every single year for the last 4 years or so has won 1 or 2 categories as a QB as far as top. I would say both of them are in the top 10 as far as quarterbacks go. I think Tua is just maybe like 2 slots higher than Herbert. You guys can fight me on that. I don't really care. But I think Chargers. I think we're still going to win it, only because that defense. I mean, it's getting better, but that defense is still going to be little holes and everything. kind of be like Swiss cheese. And we're gonna mop them up as far as the running game goes. Then we got the Browns. Not worried about the Browns. Cool is the defense is going to be kind of hard this time because they got two really good pass rushers and the draft choice, and also with retaining the what's his name? Oh my God! So they retained their player. They got a new one off of the draft. I'm sorry, it's still a little early, so I'm trying to wake up. But the offense is still lackluster. Who's even going to be their quarterback? Maybe Shador, I don't know. But at the same time, it's like their offensive weapons are not really scary. So I'm not really worried about that. Falcons, we're going to take that dub as well. Same kind of thing. We got a technically first kind of year starting quarterback in Penix. Why do you guys like call him Penis? But a Penix. Penix is good, but it's his first year. We'll see if he does a Jane Daniels type year or if he's gonna, do more of a lower end player, like maybe like a Drake May type season. We'll see, but I think there's going to be a lot of questions as far as like consistency goes. We should take the Falcons. That should be a W. Following week we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Week 9. We face the Ravens. I'll give it to the L there. I still think we can still fight with them a little better if everybody's healthy. Last time we faced them, it was not a very good showing, but we also had a lot of injuries. Not gonna make excuses though. Ravens mopped the floor with us, and it's kind of a retaliation for what we did to them the time we faced them before, where we came back and that whole crazy game that put Tua on the map. But we'll take the L there. So that'll be our second L right there. Week 10, we have the Bills. This is actually the one to have us winning. We're going to be at home. Our home record is very good. I think that we're going to split with the Bills this year. I think everybody's kind of, oh, well, Josh owns you, and oh my God, you guys have not beat him other than one time. But doesn't that kind of strike you as it's going to happen soon? Law of average, I'm a salesman. Law of average says, if you do the same thing so many times, eventually something, you get, if it's like, for instance, with me doing, door to door, stuff like that, I'd be like, oh, so many no's, eventually you find a yes. Well, so many losses, eventually find a win. I think this season we're going to get one of those wins against those Bills. And finally put some of this crap to rest. Cool. Week 11, we have the Commanders in Madrid. We will see how that goes, to be honest with you. I have us losing only because our international record is not very good. Commanders are an up-and-coming team. They have a crazy, good team. They only got a little bit better when they had a Deebo Samuel. They're going to be really good. Just depends on if, there's a sophomore slump at the quarterback position. We'll see how that works. We saw what happened to C.J. Stroud this last year, so just depends on what happens there. Excuse me. Sorry. It says a little bit early in the morning. Week 12, we have our bye week, so that'd be good. Go back from Spain. We'll be able to take and have a week rest, get our guys back healthy, and go for that last 5-6 game run with a little bit of a break there, which is good. So we come back in week 13, play the Saints. That should be a W. Saints ain't scary. Sorry. Saints screwed themselves in their cap issue for the last 4 years. Not worry about it. Jets again, we own them. That's a W. We let them win last season, so they got their one little win they wanted. So, now I got to go back to owning them. Tua has not lost against them even up to this point because Tua did not play when they lost against the Jets last year. So Tua himself is still undefeated against the Jets and the Patriots, which is crazy to say, but he has not lost. Steelers, it's going to be a freezing cold game, but I think that we have a better running game than they do. We're we're going to have a better O-line this year. I think our O-line, our running game is going to really blossom. Just having the upgraded O-line, whether, instead of having Eichenberg, we'll have Savandaya. Instead of having, Jones, we're going to have Daniels. So just having those little spots, I think Patrick Paul will hold his own. He's not going to probably be a top, top player in the position of left tackle, but I think he can hold it down. So I just think that with having Ollie Gordon also is going to help us get more of those short yardage things where we keep getting to like a 3rd and 3, or we get to those manageable first downs. Ollie Gordon's 235 pounds. He's going to push through the middle. He's going to get those short yardage. I think that's what he really came in for. Achan, is more of or Achan, or however you say his name. Achan is more of a around the outside type runner, the boundary type runner. He, we have the brute force in the middle and the runner on the outside. So I think that's going to be a good 1-2 punch. With also having Wright as well in there, he's going to do a little bit of both. I just think we're going to take that cold game in Steelers. I think we're going to win that. Play the Bengals week, was that 16? I think we're going to lose to the Bengals. They're just, I know at the end of the season it's hard to beat them. Joe Burrow is going to probably eat our defense alive with Jamar Chase and all his weapons. Let's see. Week 17, we have the Buccaneers. We're going to have another loss. Baker Mayfield is top 5, top 6 at the position probably. No, I'd say top 10 actually. Lord, excuse me, sorry. So I think Baker Mayfield's going to give us the work on that week. And then we're going to close out with a win against the Patriots. In the end, my record prediction is 12-5. 12 wins, 5 losses. I think that's very manageable. I think we can do that. If we do that, I do think we take the division for the first time in a long time. And we finally get those Bills to go sit down. But I think also the worst we could do is probably around a 10-7 record, which should still get us in the playoffs as at least a wild card. Most seasons 9 or 10 wins gets the wild card win. I think we'll get probably back into the playoffs this year. The only thing that can really derail all this is injuries again, which please God, we have enough injuries every year. We've replaced half the damn roster. Please stop the injuries. Bold takes, I do think that, we're going to get better this year. I think last year we became more one-dimensional because our running game couldn't get going because the O-line was not good. Anybody that says O-line was good, please go, I know I have glasses, but please go get yours looked at. That O-line was atrocious. Last time we had a capable offensive line that really held it down, we went and scored 70 points. Now it's, almost 2 years later. Can we please have a decent O-line? Was that an eagle? Oh, sorry, I don't want to be that guy, but it's all squirrel. Now let me change the screen. I think that's an eagle. America. Just kidding. I think our O-line's upgraded. I think we're going to have a better run game. I think it's going to be more equaled out a little bit. I think it's going to be harder for teams to really stop us offensively. I think our defense, as far as the fronts go, I think the only place that we have right now that we need to fix is a cornerback situation, which we will look at different players. We are currently shopping around. It'll be fixed by the time season starts. I'm not worried about that. So I think our defense is going to be a top 5 defense this year. It's another bold take. Our line is just, our defense, as far as the fronts go and everything, is going to be crazy. Probably the best linebacker core in the NFL. Having Grant next to Sealer is going to be just amazing. We didn't really lose a step since we lost Calais Campbell, which is great. The only thing we have to worry about is those corners. Like I said, it's going to be taken care of. So, honestly, I think 12-5 is very generous. I think it's really good. I mean, I don't think it's going to be nothing crazy. I think it's all very, very, very doable. If worst case scenario, 10-7, some of the losses that could be actually happen, it would be the Chargers could be a loss. I put it as a win. We could lose both to the Bills, which I don't think is going to happen. The Steelers could beat us because it's going to be a freezing cold game. Other than that, the rest of this stuff's pretty much black and white. And I just need you guys to get a little bit more enthusiastic. Stop being so damn down and Debbie Downers. You guys crap on this team left and right, especially Dolphins fans. Like, do you guys not remember we once had like a one-win season? We once have been that bad. Do you not remember that, we haven't had a capable team for 20 years. In the last few years, we've had a very good team. Like, figure it out. I understand you guys are mad that we haven't won anything in a very, very long time. But there's some teams that haven't won anything ever. And they have better fan bases. Their fans act better. Their fans support better. Think about the Bills have never won a Super Bowl. And they're the ones that are dominating every single year in our division. And are they the ones crying about their team sucking? No, they're the ones literally up our asses, excuse my language, just kind of pushing everything in our faces when they haven't done anything. They've never won a Super Bowl. And they're one of the teams that actually makes me laugh because they went to like 4 straight, if I remember correctly. And they don't have a Super Bowl. So the choking award goes to... Okay. I'm tired of teams acting like they're so far superior to us. The only team in this division I could say can have a little bit of talk would be the Patriots, because for the longest time they were the best team in the NFL, or one of the best teams. And they showed out, and they've got a lot of wins. They have 7 or so Super Bowls. We have 3 if I'm correct. The Jets have 1, I think, and then the Bills have nothing. So I find it funny that the Jets and the Bills are the loudest ones in the division. They're the ones who haven't done as much as the other two. Kind of need to be humbled a little bit. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the up north crap. I don't know. I don't like New York. I'm not going to New York. I don't care about New York. Y'all can have New York. I don't care. So it's just maybe a New York thing. I have no clue. I mean, even the Patriots are kind of snobby and weird, but, we have to deal with that. At the end of the day, I just support my team. I understand there's some ups and downs, some problems, some races. At the end of the day, that's football. You're going to have good seasons, you're going to have bad seasons, you're going to have great players, you're going to have bad players, you're going to have good players, bad players. You just got to kind of roll with the punches. Eventually, you are going to have a winning season, which we've had for, 3 or 4 seasons now. Last season just missed the mark, and that's because Tua was out for 6 games. And the fact that he was out for 6 games and we still almost made the playoffs, that's why I'm a little bit more enthusiastic about the season. We've added a great bunch of guys. That could be another video, but I'll just be really quick because it's only been 20 minutes. This is the last thing I'm going to do. So people every time I say, oh, this is a record, or oh, we're going to do that, or oh, we're going to win, or oh, this, they always say, well, hey, how'd the team get better? You guys haven't done anything. Which I laugh, because that means they haven't watched anything on the Dolphins. Areas of improvement that we've had, and then after this I'll let you guys go. Quarterback, specifically backup, we've gotten better. Is Zach Wilson, that great? Not necessarily. But is he as bad as the people we've had? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, Zach Wilson has played starter in the NFL. Unfortunately, he played for the Jets, so he didn't have a fair chance. What I do think he does is he does have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder right now due to the whole fact that he keeps getting moved around. I think he's a pretty good player. Last year, the last time he was a starter, I remember that game specifically against the Kansas City Chiefs where he basically had the team on his back, almost won it for him, and he had a really good game that game. So, it's just he has potential, but he's way better than what we've had. And then we have Quinn Ewers, who can honestly do everything Tua can do almost, except for his arm is not as accurate, and not as strong, which is crazy. Because people, oh, Tua has a soft arm and led the league in passing yards and all that stuff. But anyways, I digress. O-line, we've gotten way better. We significantly improved. We got two great players that are going to up it. Plus, we have some good undrafted free agents. And we have a little bit of depth at every position, which is great. Tight end, we had some great tight ends. Running back, we upgraded. We got a 235-pound back that can give us a short yardage, like I said earlier. We have a better wide receiver 3. Westbrook-Akine is actually really good. If you guys go watch last season, he had, I believe, like 8 or 9 touchdowns in the season. He was on a crappy team, so, at the end of the day, he did really well for what he had. Let's see. Health in general is getting better. We get Chubb and Phillips back. Let's see. Defense-wise, we got Tyrell Dodson back, which I think is huge. People don't even realize how good he was last season. We added some D-line help. Big guys are going to get in. They're going to fight. They're going to get those damn sacks. I think we're going to make quarterbacks really run and rush and try to get out of pocket fast and make mistakes, which is only going to help the back end even better. Let's see. That's about it. I mean, mainly every key component, every key position has been addressed. The only one we're waiting on is cornerback, and honestly, I think that'll be soon after we get rid of Ramsey and after June 1st, which is coming up in about 2 weeks. Then we can start getting some more options. Either we're going to trade him, get some players, or get some cap, or get something, and then we're going to go ahead and draft a few. Go sign a few free agents or something. We'll get there. I'll only need about 1 or 2, and we're good to go. Safety's actually a little bit about the same. Everything's good, but I think we're gonna be a better team this year. Other than that, I gotta go. Gotta get back to work. Appreciate you guys for watching. I understand that there's a lot of ups and downs and little things like that. But just keep your head up. I hope this helps you guys understand what our team is going through right now. And with that being said, fins up all day, every day. And just go ahead, like, subscribe, share, everything. Please, thank you. And you guys have a great day. Talk to y'all later.